It's always a pleasure to welcome my first guest tonight, one of the stars of Saturday Night Live. Please welcome Billy Crystal. Billy. Billy, nice to see you. Billy.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
The show looks terrific. You look good. It's very funny, and you're working very hard, I know, aren't you?
Thank you, and good night. Yes, boy, this is 20-hour days. It's really hard, but it's great. It's my favorite year in show business.
Yeah, and you got a big show coming up Saturday.
Yes, Eddie Murphy is the host.
Now, what is that like? Did you know Eddie before the show?
Yeah, I had lent him $1.5 million in 1978, and I'm still... Yes, I knew Eddie a little bit, and... he's really something special. He's great to work with.
Yeah, but a lot of work, isn't it?
It's, people don't realize we write the show in 2 days. And, yeah, this guy goes, whew. And that's Monday and Tuesday, so we're there pretty much 48 hours straight.
We write this show coming down in the elevator around 4:45.
Yeah. I saw the guy with the meat, and I went, writing? And he goes, yeah, we're still working.
Do you remember your first live television show?
Yes, it was 1957. It was right after I had done your show. And 50s. And I remember the guests on your show was Mamie Eisenhower's aide and Bill Skowron of the Yankees.
Yeah, that's right.
He had a cookbook. It was a good show. The first show I did was a show called The Little Rascals. Officer Joe Bolton. Does anyone remember that show?
I don't.
All right,
this is a New York show?
It was
obviously?
a local show on WPIX. And I was about 7 years old. And my brother and I went on the show, and they played The Whistler and His Dog. Remember that?
Oh, that's not The Whistler and His Dog.
So they played this song, and whatever. And I came in, and you had to walk underneath this little clubhouse, and we sat down. And the thing was, they would give you a funnel, and you would say your name, where you were from, and pass it on. Now, I had taken the Long Island Railroad in. I was about 7 years old. I was sick to my stomach. I'm bad in elevators, so I'm nauseous. Yes, and I get in there, and he goes, and tell us your name. And I, and handed it to my brother, who was sitting next to me. And that's live, but that was my first appearance.
Oh, my, yes, sirree. 1957?
57.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I really enjoyed a couple of weeks ago was you did the Joe Franklin show. Now, I've never seen the Joe Franklin show, but people all over the country tell me how wonderful it is, and then I really enjoyed the thing you guys did on it.
It's the longest-running talk show in television.
I've never seen it. I don't even know when it's on.
It's on twice a day, in the morning and the evening. He said, could you do, Paul, could you do, was it 12th Street Red? Joe, it's a memorabilia show, and it's, he always, Hey, good evening, my friends. We have a film clip done in 1562 by Vasco da Gama. The show is dedicated to the old and the dead. Always, my friends. And then he'd have guests going, this is Glenn Fry of the Eagles. My Glenn Fry, any Ed Wynn stories, any Ed Wynn anecdotes? Frank Zappa, my friends, tell us about the Edgar Bergen feud. Do you know that, Frank? Do you know that? He always has guests like...
Have you ever been on the show?
No. Matter of fact, he said after we did the piece on the show, and we had fun doing it. It was good. He said, we're going to have Peppy, Billy Crystal on the show. As soon as I can get approval, he will be on the show. So I'm waiting, because I would love to do the show.
What kind of approval would they need?
I don't know. I think it's Joe's approval. Or one of those old comics who sits next to him going, and then when I was at the Kleckman Theater, and I had a pain in my arm, and like this, doctor, and he said, you got it again.
So you need that approval.
All right,
we have to do a commercial, Billy. We'll be right back, folks.